You all right over there?
No, that was exhausting. I
That was. I even said I was watching it. I know we're chatting on the chat, and I I literally said to myself, I'm not even a Dolphins fan, and I'm exhausted. Like this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. I mean, look, they spotted us 14 points, and then we decided not
Right, right,
not to answer 25 points back. So then,
right, right.
it was a wonky game. I
It's a good
just
game. That was fun to
I
watch
mean,
for sure.
all those fourth down heroics, and my heart starts beating too hard nowadays, and
Right, right.
it's just a football game just gets me so wound up and so much anxiety. It just at the end, my dad told stop watching games years ago, and he said it was too much excitement, and I didn't really know what he meant, and now I'm starting to get it.
That's so funny. That's so
Uh,
funny. Yeah, that was intense. And we're talking about the Dolphins, by the way, everybody. That was I think the third down shovel shit pass, whatever that was. That
yeah,
was so stupid. So
yeah,
stupid.
yeah. I'm not arguing.
Horrible. Horrible. Because you know what? You know why I think it was stupid? They were in the zone. I mean, they were moving the ball. Like that was just you guys had the momentum, and that was just stupid.
Here's the biggest problem that
Yeah.
I think most teams have is that the coaches are trying to out clever each other and
Right.
themselves, and it starts to get into that whole Eddie Murphy routine. I know that you know that I know that you know,
Right.
and instead of just that play
Playing
worked,
football. Right.
let's run it
Right. Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they'll figure that out. It's like, well, let them show you they figured it out. If something got you 8 yards, throw it in there again. See if it's not luck. See if they're bad at covering that. It's
Yeah,
just
just play football.
yeah,
Right. Just play
it drives me
football.
crazy. Also,
Yeah.
for my Dolphins, before we move on, they're just I don't see a team that doesn't uh, have a complete running game where you're not
Right.
testing the edges and doing toss outs and reversals, and especially for a team with that much speed on it.
Right.
The
And young speed.
hand
Right.
off and running up the middle, or someone running up and then bouncing out
Right.
is basically the same thing. It's not there's not a lot there.
I will say I loved how Brissett played today.
Yeah, well, he's a competitor. I mean, he's not a
No,
starter.
he played very well.
He's not a
Yeah.
starter, but he's a competitor.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good excitement. Football was exciting today. There was a lot of excitement today in
I'll be
football.
honest. I didn't watch the 1 o'clock games.
No?
No, I got.
No, it was excitement.
I've timed my edibles out poorly this weekend.
Oh,
I went back
so
to
you were out.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I got handed this little packet, and it had a gummy worm in it, and it was I looked at it and it said it was 20 servings, but I mean, come on. So 20 servings
Come on.
became like I don't know, 4 maybe this weekend, but
Yeah.
every time it knocked me on my ass. I ordered a pizza without realizing I ordered a pizza this weekend.
That's great.
I was sitting there, and I was watching TV, and I I have a laptop on my lap, and I all of a sudden 30 minutes disappeared, and I looked down and my laptop was closed, and I quietly opened it up, and it was the pizza tracker from the pizza place. I was like, oh no, and then almost like in a movie, it didn't even give me the chance to register fully before there was a knock on the door. And I'm like, did I order a pizza? I walked over, and sure enough, I had ordered a pizza.
Oh wow.
Just time vanished, and then other times time took forever. So yeah, this has been a crazy weekend. I was forgetting what day it was for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, I was kind of because I kind of went off the diet this weekend. I was like, if I'm gonna eat candy.
Oh, we were gonna get to that. Don't worry.
Well, I mean, listen, you're not exactly operating from high ground over there.
No.
But I was like, oh, I mean, I'm not gonna throw this away. It's weed, so I got to eat it. and I might as well eat it now because if I have candy sitting around once I go on my diet, that's just going to ruin a day well
Right.
spent doing other things. So
Man,
I made it like my mission to basically do it all in a 3 day period.
just get it out of your system. Get it out of your
Yeah,
system.
well, it's in my system now. I don't. I put it in my
Yeah.
system. Yeah. All right. So what'd you do this fun weekend? I heard you went out of town. Are
I
you
went out
still
of
out of
town a little
town?
bit.
Are you still out
No,
of
I'm
town?
home. I'm home. I'm home.
Hmm.
I came home today. I got home before the games.
Oh, okay, that's
You
good.
know, I mean, timed it perfectly. Uh, yeah, it's funny because I have a story. Well, more of a discussion than a story today. I've been thinking about this since yesterday. I could not wait to do the podcast today to discuss this because I feel like it's a discussion that needs to be had between me and you and all of our people. So I'll get to that in a second.
Oh,
But
wow! I
you know,
don't. The build up to that made me nervous.
right? No, oh, we'll get to it. So we had
Now I'm
planned.
even more nervous.
I took a couple days off. I took Thursday, Friday off,
Off of
and
what?
Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, work.
Work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Legit.
original plan, we were supposed to go to California. That didn't happen. Then we were going to go to New York, and then we were like, why do we want to go to New York? And then we said we're going to go to Tennessee, but hotels were just outrageous, and half of them were sold out. So we just decided we got in the car, we drove to my parents' house uh, Thursday. We spent the day with my parents, and when you're with my parents, two Italian New Yorkers originally. Uh, it's all about food. Like I got there, my mom's like Miss Keto, who took a shot at you. We'll get to that by the way as well. Uh, she's like, "What's for dinner?" And I was like, "Dinner? We just got here." Like, holy shit! It was like like 3 o'clock. So we went to the mall and did some shopping, and then we uh, we we went to dinner the first night. Where did we go the first night for dinner? I can't even remember.
Who cares?
Oh, I know where we went. It's important. We went to a place called Duckworth Grill. So we get there and meet my cousins there. Now, I'm not a drinker, but my cousin was like, oh, let's get beer. So I got a beer. I ended up getting a second one. I had two beers, and I don't drink. So two beers, I was hammered. Like I was tipsy. But the food, I got a Philly cheesesteak with cheese whiz, but it was not good. But the nachos they had, top notch nachos. But I ate nachos. I ate a Philly cheesesteak. I ate sweet potato fries. It's like we're 10 minutes into being there. I'm already fucking eating like this. Had two beers. Uh, second day, Friday, we wake up and my parents are like, "Let's go to breakfast." Because again, that's what our family revolves around is food. We go get breakfast. I had an omelet. I kept it simple, you know, omelet with some hash browns and some toast. Uh, but I don't remember what we had for dinner. But anyway, back to my mom taking a shot at you.
Yeah,
Now I told you.
You did. I mean, I don't even know what that rundown was for. Like, did you forget what you were going to talk about? Because,
No,
like,
I wanted to talk about what I ate because it was really some good food this weekend. But
God,
then I figured I was boring you.
you
So
lost me. I was on
right,
another
there's
phone.
there's some very important food points on this conversation. But anyway,
I can't
we'll
wait for
get
you
to
to
some of the other
actually get
stuff.
around to it.
Right, sure. Okay, here we go. So
Yeah,
we
get on with it, pal.
anyway, my mom, we're eating pizza Friday night, Brooklyn pizza, beautiful pizza, and Nick was talking to me about you, like making some sort of comment, and my mom said, "Ben's what?" What she made? What did I say? I forgot exactly what her comment was.
This is a
But
great story. You can't remember what happened.
do you remember? I told you.
Why would
You
I
know
want to
what?
help?
Oh, I
I'm
got it.
enjoying.
I got it in my.
Damn, I
I
was
got it.
hoping
I
you
got it in my
forgot.
notes.
I was
I
hoping.
got it. Oh no no
I was
no!
hoping
No.
you forgot that you texted this to me and didn't
Here,
call me.
here it is. Here it is. So Nick is talking about stocks. He wants to get in the stock market at 16 years old.
Right.
And I said, Ben knows a lot about stocks. And my mom, who can't hear a fucking thing, she says, Ben knows a lot about what? Eating? totally unprovoked,
Yeah.
totally like took a shot at you. She
Yeah.
went boom right for it,
Yeah.
and I went over and told her that I said I told him, and she's laughing hysterical, and I showed her that you said fuck your whole family. Someone lost weight and now thinks their shit don't stink. I hope, and then I said you said I hope she gets fat again, and I told her, and she was no, she was dying laughing, like took she doesn't hurt her feelings. She was dying laughing. She thought you saying I hope she gets fat again. She's like that son of a bitch. Like it was great. Yeah. Oh, dying. But the fact my mom I don't think has ever met you ever.
Yeah, yeah. Once,
Maybe
once, once, once.
once. Right.
She came up. She came up to me after a show. I think you wrestled in Hollywood,
Yeah.
and it was like fresh off of that first pizza
Weight loss.
uh,
Pizza contest.
pizza contest with Danielle, where we streamed the
Right.
pizza contest, and
Right.
your mom just came up to me and started chanting pizza, and I didn't place together who the fuck she was, and then I was like, who is this crazy woman that just came up to me chanting pizza?
That's so funny.
And then it clicked it clicked the same moment that she realized I didn't know who she was, and she
Right.
started to explain it. Like as she was saying, "Oh, I'm Anthony's mom," I had figured out it was like at the same exact time, and then I started laughing. I'm like, okay, now it all
that's
makes
funny.
sense. I'm like, there's just some
Yeah.
random crazy lady.
And she was not even in the conversation. Literally, me and Nick were talking about stocks, and Nick wasn't even taking a shot at you. He was like genuinely interested, and she just chimed in from the other side of Nick and was like, "Ben knows a lot about what eating." I almost fell off the chair.
I'm sure you did. For
And
once,
this is
for
all
once, someone
based
wasn't
off
fat shaming you.
right me, right. And the funny thing, it's all based off of the Instagram posts. I really think at some point she believes that all of them are your posts and none are mine. So that makes it
All those
even
food
funnier.
photos, yeah,
Yeah.
they're at least
So
half yours.
right. But she had this thought that you're a fat fuck. I almost lost it. But when I told her that he said he hopes you get fat again. She could not stop laughing. She thought it was the funniest thing ever. She was like, "That son of a bitch!" Like, she thought it was great.
Yeah, well,
So, well, she could take a joke though,
yeah,
and even
I
if you
know.
weren't,
I
right?
trust me, I knew that.
I was gonna tell her.
Yeah, of course. Just just like I knew you told Billy Fives.
I didn't tell Billy anything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, your roommate over there is the one who said it. I know it.
No, I don't know.
Anyway,
He's not even in town to ask.
no, I see that. So anyway, back to my story. So my mom thinks you're fat,
Mm.
and I ate a lot this weekend. Like, and I think I even told you I ate so much. There's no doubt I'm 275 right now. Like, and there's just I'm starting tomorrow.
Yeah,
I am. This is it. I can't do this anymore.
Well, you have to.
Well, I just weighed myself.
Yeah, what is
I
it?
just weighed myself.
270.
273.
Ah,
273.
3.
So yeah.
Were you on your tippy toes?
Whew. No, I did just take a dump before you called. So.
Oh, no wonder. That's not a real 273 then.
Right. So, but I am gonna make a salad for dinner here. This is weird because I feel like I cannot eat anything bad. Right. I ate so much food this weekend and drank alcohol, which I never do. Not a good weekend.
Yeah.
But before we get to my debate, I do want to tell you about one piece of food I had this weekend that it was.
Oh my god.
It was life changing. So
That's a big word. It's a big word.
No, listen. So we went to this place in Greenville, South Carolina. It's called Gather Greenville. It's like an open air. There's like 15 different like vendors, and it's like an open air thing, live music, and people are just sitting everywhere hanging out. And you can eat. They got burgers, they got lobster rolls, they've got Cuban food, all these different spots. A bar, whatever, Philly cheesesteak place. So we had gotten some Cuban food. We were kind of just picking, and I was there with JoJo and Angie and his wife, and Angie's brother was there, and he said, you should get a cheeseburger from this place. And I said, he goes, look, he's from New Jersey. He goes, it's the best, probably top three cheeseburgers I've ever had in my life. He goes, it actually may be number one. And he kept going and going, 10, 15 minutes of this. And I said, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I said, all right, fine. I got to get it. He goes, you got to get the classic house burger. So I go up, I order it from the window. And the lady says, single or double? Well, of course, I said double.
Of course.
So I get a double burger. It has lettuce, tomato, onions. It has their special sauce, which I don't know what it was, but it was amazing. But it had, I don't like pickles. It had sweet pickles that tasted like fucking candy. Like they didn't even taste like a pickle. It tasted like, it was so sweet. It was like this sweet candy taste.
Like relish,
And
right?
right, but the pickles were, I mean, they were beautiful looking. Like, and I don't like pickles. So this sandwich is piled high. It's just dripping. And I took that on potato bread, mind you. And I took the first bite, and everybody was watching me because they were waiting. And he's, what do you think? And I said, one bite, and like, this is the best burger I've ever had, like hands down. The patties were perfectly like formed, and I was not even hungry. I shoved the whole thing I ate the whole thing, like, and it was. I think I posted a picture of it on Instagram, but it was.
You did.
It was probably the best burger. Like, if you ever come this way, we will drive the 3 hours to go get that burger. That's how good it was.
I could think.
That's how good it is.
I could think of better things to drive 3 hours for, but
You fat fuck. You would love every minute of it.
I didn't say it wasn't going to be food. I'm just saying 3 hours in any direction from your place. I don't know if that's the stop to make, but
It was good. It was that good. I'm telling you, it was life changing.
all right.
Life changing. Yeah. But now here's the debate. I ate all this food this weekend. Obviously, you get the bubble guts after you eat all this food. I've shit it. I don't even know how many times. Like, and the more I was eating, the more I was. There was times where I couldn't home poop. Like I couldn't poop at my parents'. Like it was like we have to stop somewhere. I have to go to the bathroom, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And Lex is down here, and she just. What'd you say, Lex? She said like today. it happened twice today. So, but anyway.
You had to fire the shotgun in public, is what you're saying.
Oh, like you don't know how many times this weekend because we're just constantly eating. You gotta go, right? So it's funny because the first stop, this is where the debate comes in because I thought about this all weekend.
I'm like waiting.
And I could not.
I'm waiting for something controversial to debate here.
No, all weekend I was waiting to say this moment that I may have hit 10 bathrooms in the last 3.5 days. 10 different bathrooms in 3 different states, mind you. Yeah. I was in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina.
You're a serial state shitter.
Right. I mean, who shits in 3 states in 4 days? And to me, it's an impressive feat.
I don't. Yeah,
I'm just saying,
So I mean, most people have to go to one of those special corner borders and take a shit like right there.
well, and I'll tell you what happened today. Part of the debate. So I'm going to use Target as an example. So Target was a main spot. I think I went there twice in the same. 2 different Targets I think this weekend, but. The toilet paper when you're not home shitting. Why does a place like Target, who sells fucking toilet paper, give you the worst sandpaper toilet paper known to man?
Oh, they don't.
Why?
Because I'll tell you why. They don't dip into their own supply, man. They order that wholesale shit. Because remember, it's not like they care if they're providing a luxury for their employees. They're not going to spend money on toilet paper. That's like
that bothers me. I feel if you're a business owner, the toilet paper should be an important part.
Well,
toilet. I want my customers leaving going, that was a clean bathroom with good toilet paper. That's what I want them to do.
As a business owner, I would make sure my toilet had a decent home roll. uh, sitting on the tank, at all times, but
Well, so
not
here's
necessarily
my
like in
thing.
like the public one or whatever.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
Does everybody agree, and do you agree that like they should up their toilet paper game? Number
Who?
one,
Who?
all these retailers and other places, because because I'm getting to a point here. So first of all, the bathrooms, they're dirty. A dirty bathroom in like a retailer or a restaurant drives me insane. Like it does, it's not that hard to clean your bathrooms. Like it's a pet peeve at my job. If I go in, the bathrooms are dirty. Like I'm like somebody needs to like now. Like I don't give a fuck what we're these bathrooms have. Like it's disgusting. You do not leave dirty bathrooms. So number one, the clean bathroom. The first Target, the bathroom wasn't clean. It was piss poor bathroom. Like it smelled like shit. And the toilet paper was rough and rugged. Like it was sandpaper to the point where like I drew blood. Like it was one of those. But the second Target I went into, somebody put like a good roll of toilet paper and it wasn't in the dispenser. It was on top of the gimmick. Like it wasn't part of the the
See,
shitty.
that's someone like me that
So, right.
brings a roll with them everywhere, uh, when they're
But
working
that
and
person
stuff.
left it. That
Right,
person
right.
sat down and they said, "I feel bad for everyone else that has to shit here
No, they
today.
just
I'm
forgot it.
leaving my roll."
No, they just forgot it.
Well, I
Trust me.
used it,
I
and
never purposely leave my roll, but I have many times forgotten it.
well, here was my thing though. As as I was wiping, that's when it dawned on me. I go, I've been using shitty toilet paper for 2 days now. Everywhere I went, and this toilet paper here, like it was a luxury. Like it was. It literally sparked me to say I have to talk about this on the podcast because I know you bring your own. Like I know you used to do that.
Yeah,
Like that was a thing.
because I worked, like
Right,
construction, so
construction.
you gotta, I mean, mostly in buildings, so they have bathrooms, but there's no guarantee there's toilet paper, and there's no guarantee there's anything remotely comfortable. Even at like
Right,
a Home Depot, not only is that toilet paper like that single ply, like it's basically
right. Single ply.
see through, but also if you notice in theirs, it's narrower than a regular roll. Like they've trimmed like a like
Yeah,
a half an inch to three quarters of an inch off those big industrial rolls. So
but
they're
I feel
like
like I'm using
narrower.
more.
They're narrower. You are because you need more
Right.
to like mummify your fingertips so you can actually
But like jokes
accomplish
on
something.
them, like I'm
Yeah,
using it all. Like I'm clogging toilets
right.
all over the
Well,
country.
you don't need any.
But
You don't even need toilet paper to clog a toilet.
true, true. But like I said, I went to a bunch of bathrooms. It was a mess this weekend. But then I go to I spend some time at my parents' house and I go in their bathroom and my dad is the king of one ply sandpaper. Like, Dad, where'd you get this? I bought it at the dollar store. And I'm like, dude, you literally won't spend $7 for your ass, but because you're so cheap, you only spend $1. Like,
It's the
like.
it's the only product I don't price shop.
But so
I
my
know the
dad is the
brand I
worst.
like. I buy it, and I know it's not the cheap brand, but there's no way I'm buying anything
Right.
cheaper.
So my dad he's notorious. So when I was there last time, I said something to him, and he just went off on me. And my mom's like, "He's a cheap bastard," and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna spit it. Flush it down the toilet anyway. You're gonna wipe your shit with it." I was like, "Yeah, but it's gotta be rough on your ass." And like I know my dad shits 10 times a day, so like it can't be. Lexa's shaking her head at me. so I went and bought last time I was there like a secret stash of toilet paper
Uh huh.
because his is so bad. So when I went the other day, I had to break out the secret stash and I went back and hid it. He doesn't get to use my luxury toilet paper. That guy, no, he's so cheap. He's not using mine. Not letting it happen. But again, after this is 2 days of shitting, and I was like, wow, like this is like it's come full circle here. Like I've been thinking about this for 2 days, and now I'm getting to use the good toilet paper because my dad's a cheap bastard. But then today, we're driving home. where we get into Georgia and I gotta go.
This is such a George Costanza thing, like to have
right, it
like to
is.
have a secret stash of comfortable
At
toilet
my
paper
parents'
at his
house,
parents'
yeah.
house. Yeah,
Yeah. And they have no idea it's there.
yeah.
But today, and I will tell you, last time I was there, I did give my mom the Iggy. I was like, hey, if you need it, the good stuff's in there. Don't tell dad. Because she's like, he's a cheap bastard. I was like, I'll let you use some, but don't tell him. Like, he's not allowed to use it. Just for purpose, But today we were driving and we were an hour and 20 minutes from home and I had to go. Like, I couldn't, these kids think like, oh, you can hold it. No, I'm not holding it for an hour and 20 minutes.
No.
Like, that's not happening. So we stopped and again, this comes into play is where do you stop when you're on a road trip? Like, if you have to go and you're on the road, do you look for certain places? Because I'm picky about where
All
I
right, I'll
go.
go if it's like on a turnpike. I'll hit the rest stop because they're clean like
Clean
once
always.
an hour.
Right. Those things are spotless.
If you're talking about getting off on the highway, if you're talking about that
Right.
kind of thing, I think the next thing, I mean, if there's an inkling that there's a hotel close that has like
100%.
a lobby, the
Right.
lobby toilet is also cleaned once every 30 minutes to an hour. So that's almost always clean. In fact, that's the rule when we used to share a room, was that if you got to do
Yeah,
number
yeah.
2, go take the elevator down to the lobby and do it there.
And I agree. So I agree with two things. One, if I can stop at a hotel, and I will tell you, in my experience, Hampton Inn, beautiful, clean bathrooms. Nobody says a word to you. When I drove across country from California to Atlanta, every time I had to go, I stopped at a Hampton Inn, and a couple of times they would say, "Can I help you?" And I would say, "Hey, I'm a Diamond member, and I'm driving across country, and I really have to go to the bathroom. Can I go?" And they'd be like, "Yeah, sure." Like, I would throw the card out there. I'm a Diamond member. Like it was something special. But I do agree with that. Number two, I remember Steve Carino saying there was only one rule when you share a hotel room, and that was you don't use the shitter. You go to the lobby. You never shit in a room if you're sharing a room.
Right.
That was always the thing. You got to go to the lobby. You just don't do that.
And then I guess the third
So
place I would go after that, usually for me, I've never had bad experiences at the Home Depots or or even like a Publix, those types of places.
right, always clean. Right. So today, there's exits few and far between. There's not really much, and there's some ghetto shitty gas stations, but we came up to an exit I knew, and I had a choice because look, it's not my first time stopping at this exit. I knew there was two spots at this exit I could go. Starbucks, because they're always clean,
But they're not.
or
But they're not.
well, they are now because you can't go inside. You can't. They're back to not letting you sit inside. You can go inside to get your order, and the bathrooms are open, but you can't stay inside. So
Oh, really?
they're clean because no one's in there.
They're not letting
So
people sit inside?
they went back now. They're not letting people sit inside again.
Oh.
So yeah, they flip back and forth. But that's not my real go-to is where I went today, and that's Cracker Barrel, because Cracker Barrel has clean fucking toilets. But number two, Cracker Barrel is not cheap with their toilet paper. They have the softest, fluffiest, like they bought it at the
Oh,
store
well, this
toilet
is
paper.
yeah. I never made a designation based on quality of toilet paper because usually everywhere has the same crappy selection, whether it's a
No, Cracker
hotel
Barrel.
lobby or okay. Ah,
Yeah, and the funny thing is
this is
yeah,
new news. This is
Yeah.
the important like educational quality stuff that people
right.
need. I think we should be
Now,
providing more of this. We should be like a real
the road
pipeline
trip, right.
of information. Like this is important. Like this is like listen, you don't need to learn how to do calculations. That's what the calculator on your
No.
phone is for. You need to
Right.
know when you got to shit where the
Wait a second. Did we just come up? Do we need an app where we have it all over the country? People can rate the toilet paper and the cleanliness of the bathrooms.
I mean, it could be a
Did we
geotag.
just come up with an idea?
I mean, I'm sure there's something out there for this already. But I guess it would rate the cleanliness of the bathroom and
And the toilet
and the
paper.
quality of the paper. Anything
Now there's
else?
also there's also a third. I have a third rule, and that's how can I get in and out without buying something and no one saying anything to me. Like, at the Hampton Inn, a couple times I got stopped and I had to, flash the diamond card and be like, just a guy trying to take a poop and I'm a diamond member, and I always throw out there, it's, 8 years in a row, like, like they give a fuck. Uh, but I don't like going to like a gas station because then, like you get the eye, like, oh, this guy didn't buy anything but Cracker Barrel, first of all, that store is such a maze of shit.
Yeah,
You can easily weave your way along the back wall, and no one will even know you're there.
yeah.
And it's so busy. It was so busy, no one knew anything. But I went, did my business, and when I came back out, Lex had spilled coffee on the back seat. So I had to go get napkins. So I went back in. When I went back in, I was like more nervous about I have to ask for napkins, but I did not purchase anything. So I walk in, the lady goes, "Can I help you?" And I said, "Can I get some napkins?" And she goes, "Did you get it to go order?" And I said, "Yes, I didn't." And I literally stood there. She goes, "I'll be right back." And I'm nervous going, she's asking somebody. She's asking, did that guy get it to go order? He's asking for napkins. Because the way it was weird. And she grabbed them and she gave them to me and she like handed them to me and I grabbed them, but she didn't let go right away. And like we locked eyes and she's like, "Have a good day." I was like, "You too." And I was like, she knows I didn't buy anything. She knows I didn't buy anything. Like she did not want to give me those napkins because I didn't buy anything. But
Right.
that's, even when I shit, like I make sure like it's got to be a place where I'm not questioned or I could buy a drink or
Yeah, you're a little more. Uh,
calculated on this, I think.
we worry about it more. I'm just like, all right, that's it. I'm,
Right.
I'm walking in. I'm walking out. I'm not making eye contact, and I'm not answering questions.
Well, last time we did the road trip, Nick had to go, and we stopped at Cracker Barrel. But I went inside to pee, and when I came out, I was kind of just like waiting for him, and they, like two or three people, "Hey, you need help with anything, sir?" I'm like, "No, no, no." Eventually, the last lady came up and was like, "You doing okay?" And I was like, "They're on to me." I was like, "Can I get a coffee to go?" I didn't even want a coffee. I just ordered it because I felt bad. I mean, I drank it, but you know, I just ordered a coffee. And I think I bought a candy bar or
You're
something.
you're. I
So
mean, you're guilty because you must just wreck those bathrooms, anyways.
I did. Well, today
It's
it was a close call.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're just feeling bad because you're leaving someone else with a problem.
yeah. And so not only was there a close call today, a guy came and knocked, and I said, "Oh, someone's in here." No, there's two stalls, and I could see there's a guy next to me. So he knocked, and then I like he could hear him like kind of like he was probably on the verge of like shitting himself because he was like he
Stepping
was
side to
like
side and breathing
right
heavy.
like right. I couldn't see his feet. I could just hear them shuffling and him going. So I was like, I just sat down. So I was like, "Nah, pal, it's gonna be a minute." The guy next to me got up and I could, now I could see his feet come in, and he didn't even like wipe the ass off of the other guy off because it was like one swift. I can hear him like like and pants down and on the toilet. It was like a like explosion. Like he almost didn't make it. Like he was that
It's
close.
amazing how like we time our hot potatoes to
Right.
actually like,
And well, it gets better because it exploded and he let out this sigh of relief, and I couldn't help myself. I said, "I've been there, man. I've been there." And he just started laughing, and I started laughing, and he was laughing. I'm laughing, and then it just got like dead silent, and I was still laughing, but it got so quiet. I was holding it in so that I wasn't like because he must have been uncomfortable. I don't know. I just came out. I was like, "I've been there, pal. I've been there." Like I know I'm pretty sure he was still in the air and it was coming out. Like he didn't even hit the bowl
but
yet.
it's
Like
like
it was like
amazing how many times you hit that
right.
moment and you're like thinking there was not 10 more seconds left in me. Like there's but
No,
it's
no,
amazing how many times we literally take it to that fine like 30-second do or
right,
die, and yet
right.
somehow I'd say 99 times out of 100 we still bail ourselves out of those situations in time.
Right, but it gets close, right?
I mean, oh my
It
god.
get it got close. Yeah. No, it was close, and yeah, I laughed, he laughed, and then he just like got silent, and I was like, okay, so I was still laughing, holding it in, and he was just like, I mean, it was just coming. It was like shotguns. He was like, like it was coming out of him, and which was making me laugh even more, because like I'm a child. And then yeah, they had very nice toilet paper, and I went to go flush, and it started coming back. I was like, oh no 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 no, because my first thought was it's going to overflow all over this guy's shoes, who I just made this really poor joke with. Like, he is not going to be happy. He had really big like boots on, so I was like, this guy's probably like 6'5", like but it got
That's
to the
when you do the
top.
flush and run.
Well, no, I honestly didn't, because I flushed and I just stared at it, and I was like, no 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 no, and then it got to the top, and then all of a sudden, in one swoop motion, it just sucked it all down. I was like, oh, like that was a close one. Yeah, that was
You were
close.
such an animal. How many? Here's the thing. Like I especially when I'm working like construction or something, I shit out
Right.
all the fucking time. But I don't think I've clogged more than one bathroom in all that time. Like,
How?
how do you keep clogging toilet after toilet?
How do you not? Is my
I don't know.
question.
Are you shitting 40-ounce beer cans or something? I mean, like,
I mean, I'm putting out some volume.
yeah,
I'm
but
just
I don't
saying.
understand, man. It-
I ate a lot of shit this week. Like,
so
when I had Friday night. I had 5 slices of pizza, and my dad goes at the end. I said, "Oh, I'm so full." He goes, "What'd you have? 3, 4?" I said 5. He's like, "Oh, you fat fuck!" Like he was even like, "Holy shit!" Like, he can't eat 5 pieces anymore. And I
animal.
was so sick after, and and my dad is my parents, like, my mom, she didn't get her feelings hurt, and my dad, he's very same thing, like, literally, we got there and saw him, and hey, he's like, oh, you got fat again. I was like, Jesus Christ, because last time he saw me, I was down like a good 12, 13 pounds from where I am now,
Oh
and
yeah.
he was like, Jesus Christ, you're fat again. I was like, all right, enough.
Who the fuck are you?
Right, and he's like, he's talking about one of my brothers. You know what he weighs? I said, no, I don't even want to hear it. He's like, oh, I can't believe it. He's 152. I was like, was that a lot or a little? He's like, that's a lot. I was like, I'm two. I'm sorry, he was 252.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna say
I said,
152 is not a lot.
I'm 270. He's like, holy shit. You know, yeah. And
So,
my dad's big thing is always, my dad used to be heavy, and he's lost a lot of weight because he watches what he eats a lot, and he takes care of himself now, and he's always like, I was never that fat. I was like, fucking asshole.
uh,
Yeah,
so I have follow ups on your secret stash. So,
yeah.
do you keep rolls in your car?
I don't have any in my car.
This is where you're
No,
failing. This is where you're really failing
apparently. Yeah, I don't.
because you should
So I
have
should have them in my car.
yeah for every time you get caught out or you're at you're traveling from store to store for work or whatever, man. Yeah,
Yeah, I should.
absolutely. That goes
So,
and
but
that comes
right.
in. That can or does not have to be the same roll you bring in with you when you stay at a hotel. I mean, you might want your hotel
Right, right.
roll, which stays in your luggage. You might want your on the road
I feel like
roll
you're a pro at
for
this.
when you. Yeah, I have one that I keep in my backpack, and I had like another one that was in the truck. Uh, yeah, you gotta plan, man.
Yeah,
You gotta live life like a human being, not like an animal all the time. I mean,
apparently.
quit shitting in a bag and in the behind the shadow of your car. Uh, you know,
Right. Yeah, whatever.
there's no whatever.
I,
This
I
is
feel like you
terrible.
like you're speaking out of like you've done this. You have rolls everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I'll sometimes bring them up with me to people's houses. I think I've left a roll at Jackie's house a couple times. You know.
Really?
Well, what you do is when you're at the end of a roll, where you maybe only
Yeah.
have enough for like two more shits, you could squash that down and throw it in your front pocket, and then you got it in your front pocket, and it's not like this crazy thing you're carrying around. It's
Wow.
just kind of hidden and ready, but good to go. You know.
Yeah, I guess I should
I
I should
mean,
start doing. I should have
at
numerous.
at 40 years old, you should have figured this out already. These are the creature comforts. These are of all the George Costanza moments. This is one I figured you would have had figured out. Your whole
Yeah,
toilet paper policy, your personal
yeah. I'm gonna
public.
have to up my game.
Yeah, I think you do.
But I will tell you at work, like it's written in my contract that my stores must have the good toilet paper
Here we
because
go.
I can't do it. So they know, like we got the secret stash in the closets, and when I go, I swing by the closet to get it, and I put it back in the closet. But everybody, it's like we got our own stash there, because I gotta keep my ass fresh. So long days. So, but. Yeah, I just wonder what our listeners think. Like, and more so, our UK. What's the toilet paper like in the UK? I've got to know this. Is
They
it the
probably
same or is
all
it
they
different?
probably all have bidets.
Right. Yeah, we need one of those. That's what I need to buy. I need to buy a bidet.
The problem is, if you had a bidet, you'd be even
Right.
more fucked up for your on the road shits.
Yeah, you're right.
you'd be even more used to like that,
That lifestyle.
freshly newborn, never take a shit kind of ass. Uh,
You're right.
yeah, you'll be even more miserable when you can't. Uh,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. Well, I don't know. I thought it was a good debate. I thought this was a good story. Maybe not.
yeah,
Maybe nobody wants to hear about shit for 45
no,
minutes.
I'm
But
pretty.
hey, it's it's better than food for 45 minutes. No? Yeah.
Well,
Maybe.
we'll have to see.
I mean, and we're also guaranteed that Billy Fives will not listen to this because he definitely does not want to hear about shit for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, you got anything else, or you good? That's it.
No,
We're done here.
I'm through with you, man. It sounds like you're like unwrapping food, anyways. I don't know what
I'm making a salad
you're doing.
with a little turkey, a little salami. I got some cheese and some bacon bits.
Oh, you fat pig.
You know what? This is healthy. This is a new me. New me.
New
I've got
New you.
a couple. What do I got? Like 30, 40 days till the Billy Fives event.
You got when is it? November 7th?
Yeah.
So let's say all of October, which is 31 days, plus 7, plus 4. Yeah, so what, 41? You got 41
Okay.
days? It's not a
Plenty of
lot, not
fucking
a lot of
time.
time, man.
Plenty of time.
Even
Come
if,
on.
even if you were able to lose a pound a day, you'd still show up fat.
I think I'm showing up fat no matter what.
No matter what. You
Yeah.
might,
I'm hoping that what I'm really hoping for is that our good friend Blake Chadwick, the booker,
finds a
pull
way
some
to
strings here
get
and
this
find some
move.
way to
Yeah.
right to the big show or something.
Hopefully it gets moved up.
Blake's like, it's on Halloween now. No, 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 no.
So,
But
so what are you gonna wear?
so I don't know.
You, because
I have no gear.
ideally, if you'd gotten in shape, you would have probably bought new gear. But maybe you won't fit in your old gear, and you're gonna have to buy new gear anyways.
Oh no, I gotta buy new gear. There's no way. There's no way, and there's no way. I don't even know where my stuff is. So I don't even. I will tell you this. I meant to tell you this last week, but I'll tell you this now. So I do have an idea for my footwear. I found a lady I met a lady here in town who her husband makes custom footwear, and she showed me some of his in person, and they were, I saw them. They were sick. So I showed her the Breakfast Club logo, and I said, "Can if I buy a pair of shoes, can he custom paint them to this?" And she's like, "Yeah." So I may get some custom Briscoe shoes to beat Billy Fives in.
Oh well.
So yeah, I mean, come on, I think that's pretty cool. Custom shoes, no?
Yeah, that's cool. I
I
don't
mean,
I don't know how that makes your improves your survival rates, but it'll
probably doesn't, but
but at least we know to bury you in those.
I was gonna say no. I was gonna say we could probably auction them off after I get murdered, and at least my kids will have like enough to get a meal the next day. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm eating a salad now, so this is good. This is good. Billy doesn't know what's coming to him. It's mind games. I told him that. He keeps every food picture I post on Instagram. He's like November. All he writes now is November 7th. That's it.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
told him today, mind games. He did not fall for that trick. So,
you screwed up, man. I don't know how you survived this. I really don't.
I'm gonna survive.
only if he's feeling really generous.
No. It's gonna be fine.
All right.
Yeah. I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried. I figure at some point, at some point during the match, like there'll be a part where he sees you and the attention will be diverted for a little bit. It'll give me a breather. Maybe I can cheat. I don't know. I feel like his daughters may be on my side. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're rolling a lot of dice.
I mean, I'll be fine. I'll be in shape.
You don't
I'll
sound
be
like there's no conviction in your voice.
0. I mean, I think I can get down to the 235, 230 range by then. If I really start tomorrow.
Let's start tomorrow. Well, the good thing is you've got like almost 3.5 hours to order as much pizza and Chinese food as you want before.
I'm eating a salad, pal. I'm starting early.
Get it in, or yeah, get it in now because the next 40-something days.
No. I got some chocolate I may eat here.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be fine. He's not. He's gonna see me. I'm gonna show up, and he's gonna go. He's gonna be impressed. He's gonna be impressed. And he's gonna say, "This guy took it serious." Wow. Yeah.
God, I wish I could see your face trying to say that shit.
And then we're gonna run high spots like it's Ring of Honor, like 2001.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, go eat your salad.
All right, I'm gonna go eat my salad. Healthy, being healthy.
All right. I could hear.
All right.
I could hear the montage music
Oh,
playing.
you hear that?
Yeah.
Like a rabbit eating the lettuce. Goodbye.